I found out my husband was cheating on me because of messages I found on this website called Discord. I didn't want to throw our marriage away, so I forgave him. Last October, my husband, Ben, and I were at a wedding. Ben was extremely drunk and passed out fairly early in the evening. I stayed in our room, because I didn't want him to return to the party due to his state. I went to bed at 1 a.m., putting his phone on charge with mine. At around 3 a.m., I woke up and checked the time on his phone. There was a woman's name I didn't recognize, that had sent him a message. At first, I didn't think anything of it. I thought that it may have been a spam Instagram account. I rolled over and went back to sleep. Soon after, his watch buzzed. Again, there was a message from a woman named Ally. Curiosity got the better of me, so I checked his phone. We have an open phone policy, so we know each other's pins and passwords. How I wish I hadn't. The messages between Ben and Ally were heartbreaking. I spent a couple of hours scrolling through them. I saw messages talking about what they would do to each other. I read how he said how perfect her body was. She was skinny, perky, smooth, and cellulite-free, from what I saw on her Instagram account. I'm chunky, I have cellulite, and my chest area is starting to sag. They are rather large, and there isn't anything I can do about it. Ben told her how unhappy he was in our marriage. He said how much of a horrible person I was. He also said that I was controlling. Ben and Ally were discussing him leaving me, and her leaving her partner. They discussed so many things, emotions, lies, and life. I couldn't even read half of the messages at this point, but I took screenshots of some of the messages. I am not controlling. As long as he is honest with me, I don't really care what he does. I have made it clear that if he wants out of our marriage, he can just say so. On multiple occasions, I even asked for a divorce, but he begged me to stay. Anyway, I woke Ben up and asked him who Ally was. I have no idea, babe, was his response. I pressed the point, and he said he wasn't sure, and he didn't know what I was talking about. Ben went back to sleep. The next morning, I asked again, but he gave me the same response. I sent him one of the screenshots and watched the color drain from his face. The apologies started. He said, "It isn't what it looks like." Ben started begging for forgiveness. I told him I wanted a divorce, and we would talk once we were home. On the way home, I sent a screenshot to one of my closest friends, who was fuming. He offered me a place to stay. But more than anything, he was trying to calm me down. After I got home, I read every last message. I found out that it had been going on for over a year. He was messaging her while I was having a miscarriage. He said that I was a pain to be around with. Some of the messages didn't add up, so I asked him about it. He assured me that he told me everything. I took his laptop, and I found more conversations on Discord. I asked him about it. He said, "I didn't think you would ever find out." I showed everything to one of my friends. I was crying on her sofa for 3 days. The man I love isn't who I thought he was. I pretended to be my husband, and I messaged Ally to find out some things. I then told her that Ben was a liar. I didn't expect her to believe me. I blocked her. After 6 weeks, I decided to save our marriage. I didn't want to throw away almost 10 years of being together. Ben changed, or I thought he had. He was the man I fell in love with. I had access to his phone and all his social media accounts. For the past few weeks, he seems to be hiding things again. He is snappy with me, and he isn't making any effort. I am scared it is happening again. He says no. There are no questionable messages from his social media accounts. Our friends and family think we are the perfect couple, but I can't get the bad thoughts out of my head. I did contact Ally's partner. He didn't reply, but he read the message. I think he knew what was happening. I'm not sure what I want. But I know that I still love him. I have access to everything, including his phone, but I wasn't searching it constantly or anything. I would just see the notifications. I know he has no other phone because I pay all of our bills. We have joint finances. I know everyone thinks I'm an idiot, and that I should have left.